Preparation. I think just the comfort of knowing more. I think that's a added value in itself, man. And I don't want to get so caught up in promises and things like that. But I can guarantee you that there's been a shift in comfort of knowing more, and I think that's an added value in itself.
What's up, man?
What's up, bro?
Good, good. I'm just glad to have you on with us. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Now that you saying you're a little more comfortable with the situation, knowing that you didn't really have an off season at all. The training camp was truncated, and you went through some stuff on the second half of the season from a COVID standpoint. How are you feeling right now? How's the shoulder feeling?
Everything's good. I'm healthy. I'm lean. I'm trying to do all the things that I can do at this particular point. And I think in the off season, everybody's confident, everybody's exuberant about the possibilities of the year, and I'm no different. So right now, I want to do the things that I know I can control. I don't want to do the things that I know I have the capabilities to better myself, and that's working out daily, working on diet and then nutrition, staying in the book, making the proper necessary um, things that can benefit me in the long run.
With all the negativity, obviously, and I know you didn't play well from a passing
Mhm.
standpoint toward the end of the season last year, and so much negativity about what you were at the quarterback spot. But the New England Patriots, Bill Belichick, Josh McDaniel, and Mr. Kraft certainly felt that that wasn't the case. They offered you a one-year deal. You took it. Why not? Why not test free agency and give yourself another opportunity with another team at that time?
No, it's not. It's not even about you know testing or doing certain things. It's just knowing it's a standard, right? And for me, the Patriots organization has been impeccable. With the also with the addition of Patricia, he's been great as well. Just so my time has been there has just been everything I could have asked for. I guess it's now time for me to uphold my end of the bargain through and through, and doing everything that I know I'm capable of doing and staying all in my wheelhouse. So I think that's what it comes down to, as far as the expectations from, what I've expected from Bill and, Josh and those guys. They've been excellent. And, we're just going to keep pushing forward.
One thing we've noticed with Bill Belichick when he talks about you, I mean, he raves about you. I mean, he's always extremely positive about you and what he expects from you, what he thinks you can still do in this game. What is your relationship like with him now that you've gotten that full a season with him, an off season with him? Can you describe what that relationship is like and what you know about him?
I mean, it's pretty much cut and dry, straightforward. Dollar Bill is a person who he's a straight shooter. His expectations are what they are, and they're not this unrealistic, you know, achievement that everybody would expect. It's all about preparation. It's all about doing the things that you are capable of doing and holding yourself up to that standard each and every day, each and every practice, each and every meeting. And that's all you can ask from a head coach. And it trickles down from everybody else. From the top of the head to everybody that's in the locker room. So if you got a guy that's intertwined with everything that's moving forward, just like, Coach Bill is, everybody else, kind of beats to the same drum.
Cam, this offseason, they spent $200+ million to go out and get, a bunch of weapons for you, whether it's Nelson Aguilar, whether it's Kendrick Bourne, the tight ends. They drafted running back, bringing back White in the backfield, all the different things. But yet and still, they went out and drafted a quarterback in Mac Jones. Did you know at all? Did you have any communications throughout the process that the Patriots would select a quarterback in the first round?
I mean, I mean, come on, man. Let's be honest. I've been playing this game long enough to know, like, that's the right pick, and I've said it numerous and numerous of times that what you're not going to get out of me as a disgruntled person. Mac and Cheese is a person who is, ever since I've seen him, has came on into the locker room with the business approach, doing the initiatives of learning his teammates, understanding that, I got to raise my level of play, from the collegiate level to the professional level. And I'm here for him. And as well as he is here for me, just like, Stidham, just like Brian Hoyer. It's no different. Our job is to be the best player that we could possibly be for the New England Patriots, no matter what is asked of us. It's our job to be that. So that's what it pretty much comes down to. So when Mac was picked, there was no type of ill will feelings, and there's still no ill will feelings because competition breeds out the best in everybody.
Cam, do you look at him though as competition, or do you feel like you have the confidence of who you are and that QB1 is still what you are?
Man, I look at everybody as competition. I look at y'all as competition. You know what I'm saying? So you talking to a competitor. I look for any and everything to drive me and to push me to my greatest self. So, no type of clickbait to just say, oh my God, mac and cheese, or Cam views him as competition. I look at everything as competition. I look at last season's production as competition. So yeah, I take it personal. Yeah, I take it, in a way that I know who I am. At times I do remind myself. People forget who you are and what you've done. So now, I'm in a position now where, I need to be my best self and it's really put up or shut up time.
Are you still that guy? I mean, you sound like it. Are you still that guy? Early in the season, before you dealt with COVID, there was signs of that player that we grow to love in the NFL. Like, do you really feel physically, mentally, you're still that guy?
I think it's no proving that right now, and that's where I'm at mentally. That's where I'm at, and understanding that, now with, multiple, well, I say a couple months before the season, everybody's looking for something to get excited about or rave about or just say, oh man, that's BS. We don't need him to be talking like this, or he doesn't need to be talking like this in early July. But, the truth is I'm doing everything that I know to get myself to the position where I know where I need to be. And that's just to put this team in the best situation to win football games, and that's all that matters.
When you look back at last year, Cam, obviously Han mentioned the first several games of the season you were playing like Cam Newton to me, like 2015, Cam. You were doing what you needed to do. You were an inch in Seattle from winning that football game. But then when you came back off COVID, how did COVID affect you when you got back?
It was it was difficult because the I guess the mentality that Josh has, man, is commendable. You know, he's always making adjustments. He's always making adjustments. And if you miss one practice, you're behind. You know what I'm saying? Let alone, the multiple practices that I missed. And there was no contact. There was no, we would check in, but it was almost to say I was going to be out for those given days, and health was the main priority for me. But I just felt like it was I was a step behind when I came back, but that was nobody to blame. That's just how the NFL works, and with me not having as much, I would say, security and knowing the system, because I was still learning. I'm still learning, truth be told. So, those things, kind of happen, and you kind of rely on things that, you can give yourself rules in this offense as far as the philosophy is, standpoint. And I was just, playing catch up.
Do you feel like that this, not the system, but the players that they've acquired, whether it's the Nelson Aguilars or whomever that they brought in from a skill position standpoint, that this could potentially be the best group of skill players in your career as a group that you've had?
No, I wouldn't necessarily say that. I'm excited about this group. You know what I'm saying? And I believe in this group. When you talk about Johnu, when you talk about um, all the guys that have been brought in and guys who are coming back. I think that's key. So for me, it's not about labeling, who is what and what is what and what this is. It's just all going to, come back to the mirror effect and me taking it personal and everybody else taking it personal too. It's just not necessarily about me. It's about everybody, on the New England Patriots to take accountability and do their job as the season approaches.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. It's not about you, Cam, but I'm gonna tell you like it is, and they gonna try to make it about you though. That's just what people do. For whatever reason, they gonna try to make it about you. So in the end, it's up to you to hold your end of the bargain like you've done in the past to get everybody to rally around you so that you can show your true talents once again in this league. Yeah. So that's why I asked you that question I asked you.
Yeah, but that don't make me nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like that. If anything, it excites me. I can say a lot of times in my career I haven't been a favorite. I've always been the guinea pig, but yet at the same time those things is why you play the game. This is why you play the most important position in sports. And that's why I get up. That's why I attack the day the way I attack it. Those are the things that, happens the way it happens. Aaron Rodgers isn't who he is because he's comfortable. Tom Brady isn't who he is because he's comfortable. All these elite players aren't who they are because they are comfortable. You have to feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and that's what it is.
We're talking with Cam Newton here on the Goodyear Hotline. I loved what you said before about you being a competitor with everyone, with everything. And as you mentioned Tom Brady, it makes me think, and again, a year later now, to go through a season in New England, to be in New England, to understand it, those are big shoes to fill. And I'm sure you acknowledge that. And Tom Brady goes on to win a Super Bowl this year. I mean, was that another one of those things that you made a challenge? Like, I know who I'm replacing. I'm not him, but I can still have success here in a franchise that has only known him for the last 20 years?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but those are the obvious. But it goes back to putting a lot of things into perspective. This is not a me versus him thing. This is not a, as far as I see it, it's more about what we do. How our approach is, moving forward. He is an exceptional talent. We all know that, and it needs no debate. So, for me, it's controlling the things that I can't control. My preparation, my outlook on the game. Doing things that I know I can and am capable of doing, and that's what it is.
Cam, how do you think you played as a whole, just from last year when you self-checked yourself and self-evaluated yourself? How you think you played?
How? Obviously not good enough. And there's things that you can get better at. There are things that I know I will get better at, and it's just trusting in yourself, trusting in coaching, and believing in the process of keeping it all in the wheelhouse. So, once that's understood, then you'll be A-okay.
When are you having fun though, man? Like, are you know what I'm saying? Like the Cam that I know, are you enjoying playing football right now?
Man, listen, like, we're having this conversation in July. Like, I'm just being honest with you. It really is irrelevant as far as what I say right now. I mean, this is probably
you're talking to me though.
No.
We just having a conversation.
Yes, I'm gonna put it in their perspective. Me having this conversation in July is irrelevant. This is just going to be the clickbait for the next 24 to 48 hours. This is how Cam. But truth be told, nothing's going to matter until July, 22nd, is upon us. And that's a week from now. And then as training camp goes forward, everybody's going to start seeing, okay, what's the work that's been put in? You know, has he been in the playbook? Does he really understand? You know, is his comfort, you know, what he says it is? You know, is he in good shape? Is his shoulder holding up? Is his foot holding up? You know, and we play in a sport that's strictly based off of the final product, and the final product is on game days. So, you know, with that being said, it's just going to come down to winning and losing. So I could tell you every single thing that you want to hear. I could get, you know, everybody riled up and say this and promise this and do that and that. But, you know, I'm aware of the situation, and I'm telling you, I'm doing everything that's asked of me from my personal expectations and everything else. You know, I know I have to be better. I know I have to be accurate. I know I have to work on, you know, the certain subtleties that, you know, this offense provides, and I'm making the necessary, you know, the adjustments. As far as fun, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is something that this is not considered, you know, a chore to me. You know, God has blessed me with a specific talent, and I'm happy to have the skill set, you know, this far in my career to have the opportunity to play. So yeah, you know, I'm gonna make the most of each and every opportunity, no matter how it comes and what it is.
You know, I don't know how much you even pay attention to us on the shows or whatnot, or even anybody telling you anything. But I always say on my show, I'm ride or die with Cam Newton regardless. People just burn me up. What I don't really give a damn. You know how I am, Cam. At the end of the day, I'm riding with you. But what I will say, if your ass go out there and you play like you played last year, I want you to retire. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think you're gonna play like that. But I'm just telling you straight up, because I know you can do it. I know you can do it.
Man, listen, man. You know, Keyshawn, man, you're a real one, bro. You've always been solid with me, bro, and I appreciate that. And I could tell you, there's a different boogie going into this season than it was last year. So, you know, there's nothing that I can tell you.
I know what that means.
Oh, you already know, but there's nothing that I could tell you right now that's just going to make you believe that I'm not into all that, you know, that rah rah, you know, stuff. You know, I get myself going. I feed off the things that I need to feed off of. But at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. I still have to produce, and
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
the important thing about sports, and that's producing. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
I love that. I love that answer too. Especially, I just love the fact that you're mentioning that it is July. It's kind of early for this, but no, I get it. But it's great to have you on.
I don't know how I feel about that hat, though, man.
No, I actually was going to mention how I like the hat. What's wrong with the hat?
No, man, I can't. Come on, man.
Of all the hats you've seen athletes wear, that's the one you're going to pick on?
No, can't be. I mean, he know I tell him all day long. Some of his stuff is cool, but that hat right now,
Man, look, man, that's good.
The band.
That's the morning sauce right there. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand and appreciate that, Key. Come on now.
I know.
You
I
can't
gotta get down to the A so I can come to the restaurant. I haven't had a chance to get down there because of COVID, but as soon as I'm there, I'm coming. And I'm not paying either, man. I'm not paying either. So when you get the phone call, don't be talking about no.
I ain't gonna say no. The server gonna tell you no, that's not acceptable. But that's y'all situation. But yeah, it ain't nothing but a little juice, man. You know what I mean? You gotta respect the sauce. Everybody can't.
I respect it, but just because I respect it don't mean I gotta like it though, right?
Well, you sound like a lot of people.
No, man, stop, boy.
You sound like them.
You better stop. You gonna get yourself in trouble.
You sound like them, Key. Hashtag.
Hey.
Yeah, you ain't never got to worry about that, Cam. You know 100, I ain't never going there.
Oh, man. Cam, because we're on radio, though, there's a lot of people that can't see. I know that we're also on TV, but can you describe the hat?
It is a Mashika hat. So for the people who've always wondered what hat or what style of hats that I wear, it's my hat company that's based out of LA. And hatter is Alberto, and he's a magician, I believe. So I've been working with him for years. He creates all the wicked ideas that I have in my mind to create it and to put it on a hat. So it's true what they say, you know, man of many hats, but you know, juggling, trying to be a father, a business owner, the best football player that I possibly can be, and I need to be, and just being a great son, a great friend. Those are the things that I value the most, and he's able to create them all. And if you want your own hat, go to mashikahats.com or mashika.com and get you one, Key. As a matter
I'm
of
going.
fact,
Nah, man. I'm going to L.A. I'm going to L.A. I'm getting it for free for me.
You're getting one
Hey,
made.
I'm not paying for that either.
Made for Key. Cam, do you know Walt Clyde Frazier?
Clyde Frazier.
You know Clyde Frazier, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so like he has suits made. He has a suit maker. Some of his suits, he'll be in a furniture store. He'll see a couch. He'll like the material. He'll ask for the material and have his suit maker make a suit out of what he saw on a couch.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's I don't know if you know that story, but it sounds similar. Like you say, you're creative. You see something you want a hat.
Right.
Your hat maker makes it for you. It's similar. That story just reminded me of Clyde, him telling me those stories about how it's. Some people say, "Well, that looks like something that came off a couch." He's like, "Well, because it is."
You draw
He
inspiration from draw a lot of inspiration from a lot of things in life, and I think one of the bad things about being a football player is we're masked athletes, right? And we don't often get an opportunity to, show their human. But you don't necessarily see that because a lot of times it's just all about did he win? What's his passing percentage?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was terrible. It was this, nothing, the third. But at the end of the day, man, we're humans too. And we're fathers too. We have kids that, we have people that are dependent on us just like everybody else, and we just have to find ways to juggle it. And being a football player, you don't always have the opportunities to because, it's just not like baseball where people see who you are. It's not like basketball where people look on there and you see, Steph Curry, Giannis, LeBron James and things like that. People have to, we have to take off our helmets for people to actually know who we are. And if you're lucky, people may know who you are. So, it is what it is. But to your point, yes, you draw inspiration in a lot of different things, and you'll be surprised by what you hear, see,
Mm-hmm.
smell, let alone how that can affect your artistic, creative juices.
Yeah, for him, he said if I look good, at least I could feel good because if I had a bad game, I can look in the mirror and say, well, at least I look good. That's his thing while he got into fashion. Quickly, we love doing lists. Do you have like a top 3 athletes, like best at style or fashion that you have on the top of your mind? Like people you look at and you respect what they do fashion-wise.
Oh yeah, it's just not 3 of them though. You got, obviously LeBron, D Hop. I could just stay football. D Hop, Travis Kelsey's, he's icy. Um, Shucks. Oh, Derrick Henry. Derrick
Really?
Henry. I be in a lot of different, what I'm saying, things of a lot of guys. I think the NFL has done a great job with highlighting fashion too. Because it's all about expression. It's expressing yourself. Um, yeah. So I mean, those are my easy 3 right there.
It's been
All
great.
right, man.
Yeah,
Well,
it's been great talking to you.
I'm gonna see you up in training camp, I believe. So we'll chop it up.
Looking forward to it.
Cam, thanks so much. All the best. Cam Newton on the Goodyear Hotline. A lot of really great stuff from him there, and we thank him again for joining us. So coming up next, we go deeper into another quarterback and one that could end up maybe in Philadelphia. That comes after Key.